What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Let's press start. Let's load a game. Let's pick file 3. And let's attend the History of Magic class. So as you can see, I did a bit of leveling up off camera. And right now I'm on the 4th floor, which means that I'm right outside the History of Magic room. That is Professor Binns' office. However, the office is right next to the History of Magic class. How you doing, Ron? Class hasn't started yet, and I'm already bored. All right. We're going to walk to our desk. Couldn't talk to Hermione. Anyway, let's get this class started. Welcome back to History of Magic. Please find your seats. As we study history, we find that one fact solves all of magic's mysteries, and that is... He's dozed off again. Professor. So the dragon said, at these prices you won't see many more. Any questions? Yes, Mr. Granger, sir. Could you tell us anything about the Chamber of Secrets? That woke everybody up. He's talking like a Marvel character now. I deal in facts, Miss Granger, not myths and legends. But aren't many myths and legends based on facts? You have a point, but it is a sensational and outlandish tale, so you'll no doubt want to hear it. However, I will need something to refresh my memory. Mr. Potter, could you fetch a book from the library for me? Certainly, Professor. What book do you need? Hogwarts, a history. Madam Pince will be able to direct you to it. Right away, Professor. All right. Let's go into the library. And I also found a secret passage, by the way, while I was off camera. So I'm going to take that right now. And then I got to go up to the 2nd floor is where the library is. Maybe. You're Madam Pince right there. Hello, Madam Pince. Can you help me find a book called Hogwarts, a History? Certainly, Harry. It's right over here. I'll show you where. Well, are you going to follow her? I guess not. I don't know if there are any books you could read, like in the last game. The book you want should be on the shelf. You should have no trouble finding it. All right? There's Hogwarts, a History. Here it is. I better get this back to Professor Binns before class is over. All right, anyway, like I was saying, I don't know if there are any hidden books I could read. Well, I found some sickles, so I'm just going to check a bunch of these right now. And if I can't find anything, then I can't find anything. 185 bones is not half bad. And you know what? I'll do one fight for the road. Why the heck not? We just got ourselves a phantom bat or a specter bat or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's probably not going to do much. It did paralyze me, but I don't think that matters. I'm just going to get some flipendos in. Who knows? Maybe this could be the fight where I learn Flipendo Tria. And then the game becomes smooth sailing because I can attack everyone at once, maybe? Question mark? Alright, we're not going to throw any pearls to Swine. We're just going to do our free attack. Do 27 damage to him like it's nobody's business. Get a Grand Pepper Up potion, which is always appreciated. And let's go back. Wait, first, let's see if I could read the book. Actually. Hogwarts, a History. I can't use it. Alright. Can I read my second year school books? No. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure there isn't any spell I could somehow miss out on. Because I remember in the first game, you learn, what's it called? The poison spell from a book. And then you also get paralysis and all that. Anyway, I'm just droning on about nothing. I'm feeling like Professor Binns myself, man. Here it is, Professor. Give up Hogwarts a history? Thank you, Mr. Potter. Here is the legend of the Chamber of Secrets. It's getting a little passive-aggressive towards Miss Granger, but I don't think that matters. I would be passive-aggressive towards her as well, to be completely honest. The four founders of Hogwarts built this castle far from the eyes of non-magical folks. Salazar Slytherin wished to restrict admission to students from pure wizard blood families. For many years, the founders worked in harmony, then differences began to arise. Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, and Rowena Ravenclaw refused to allow this change, so Slytherin left Hogwarts. But some say Slytherin had built a secret chamber unknown to the others, beneath the school. And the Chamber of Secrets would remain sealed until the heir of Slytherin came to open it, release the horror within, and purge the school of all the unworthy non-magical born. What is the horror within? A monster only the heir can control, but the whole tale is nonsense. There are two things in this class you could count on. The first is... He's asleep again, let's go. I think we should go back and look at the writing on the wall. I get it. We know a lot more now than we did last night. Hermione Granger joins the group. Ron Weasley joins the group. You learn valuable information about the Chamber of Secrets. Now investigate the new card combo waiting for you in the Card Collector's Club room. Oh my god. These notifications are so back, by the way. I remember before they were a little on the boring side, but good to see they're coming back. The funny ones, you know? Oh! And now I can take a secret passage with multiple people in the group. I remember I wasn't allowed to do that last time. I mean, in the, what's it called? Hold on. In the first game. I was almost going to say the Game Boy game, but, like, this is also a Game Boy game, so, like... You know, what am I talking about, man? Well, here we are. Let's have a look around. Scorch marks, and look here. What is it? Spiders traveling out in a line through a crack on the wall. And remember all the water on the floor in the front of Moaning Myrtle's bathroom? Somebody mopped it up. We better take a look in there. Right, maybe she heard or saw something. I can't go in there. That's a girl's bathroom. No one ever uses it. Come on. Alright. What a gloomy mess. Filch would drop dead if he saw this place. Maybe we should call him then. She's usually in the last stall. See if you could get her to come out, Harry. Alright. Well, I don't know how often I could go into the girls' room, so I'm going to search everywhere. Apologies if this is a little boring. Anything in the windows? Nothing up there. There's Moaning Myrtle. Myrtle, are you in there? What are those boys doing here? This is a girl's bathroom. We're just having a look around, you know? I just wanted to show them how nice it was in here. No one wants to upset you. No one wants to upset me. Everyone upsets me. She was shouting that, man. Sorry to bother you. Let's go. She'll never tell us anything in that state. We should cheer her up. It's probably easier said than done. We should give her something she likes. But what do ghosts like? Let's bring her a flower. Girls like flowers, whether they're alive or not. Maybe it'll bring back cherished memories of her own funeral. Okay, Ron is on point today. With his little jabs, you know? We should ask Hagrid. He knows a lot about plants and maybe about flowers too. Let's go. Alright. Well, we gotta go back outside, back into Hagrid's hut. Should be nice and simple. You know how it is. We're going to go down. Just like that one song on that one John Lennon album. If you know what I mean. I think it's been years since I talked about that song on this channel. Like literal years, man. I gotta get back on that. Anyway, let's do a big fight with everyone. Again, we're still trying to get some flipendos for... Oh, that's Ron, not Harry. Never mind. What am I doing, man? Alright, well, we're gonna be careful. And then I was like, oh, why does Harry not know Informus anymore? I'm actually just going to do Incendio, because I know he resists that, and I want to get a pack rat off. This is a genius idea. Ooh, what's the fifth one? Gnaw? Alright. Well, I can't do that. But I mean, that's fine. That's fine. There we go. And now we're just going to do Flipendo. All the free attacks. And then Harry, you could finish it off. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And what do we get? We get a wizard card. Which, I mean, like, that's fine. That is the way to the what's it called? The Forbidden Forest. I remember. I'm not doing... Oh, my goodness. That is a big spider. I'm gonna just be careful. Just to make sure no one does anything hasty, you know? This is just gonna be a scouting turn. Okay, Hermione's poisoned. That's going to do like 15, I think. Okay, the spider only does 1 damage. To Harry, I mean. Ooh, this is a lot of poison. Alright. If I were a big spider... Oh, a large spider. Oh, he's weak to a lot. That's fine. But now I gotta remember what the snakes are weak to. Tarantula Hawk should die in 1 hit, and then... Okay. Alright, so it's going to be green spell, green spell, green spell. It's going to be that. There's a lot of stuff going on the screen, so Vermilius is kind of... It's a little slow. And then, you know, you could... I'm not sure how much that's going to do, and I just want to kill this thing. So let's go. And then hopefully that'll speed up the animations a little, and now everyone is poisoned. And now that spider is doing 23 damage to Hermione. Alright, Ron, you can just burn this spider, like, right now. Do a critical hit, that's perfect. You know, just because he was a big spider doesn't mean that, you know, he's very threatening. He's just very threatening looking. You know? That should be enough to kill. There we go, there we go. And we get a lot of stuff. And Ron levels up. And Hermione levels up. So, alright. Thank you, Mr. Big Spider. Now, let's see if I... Okay, wait. This is where Hagrid's hut is. No, that is where the greenhouses are. What the heck am I... Okay, there we go. I felt like I was going insane, man. Alright, worms are, like, super easy. Be careful. Be careful on Harry, I guess. I think it affects all of them. I really do. And we'll just burn all of these guys. Because that's enough to kill, you know? Hermione's taking a lot of damage. I'm not going to lie. But I think that's fine. I'm sure it's fine. 2 Grand Pepper potions is awesome. Thank you, Mr. Rat. And let's finally talk to Hagrid. Let's stop getting distracted by random bugs outside. Hagrid, what's up? Hello, Hagrid. Hello, Harry. What can I do for you today? We want to give a flower to someone to cheer her up. She's a ghost. That's a tall order. Ghosts aren't really that cheer-upable. Tell them a joke and it goes right over their heads. Or through them. Nice one. Still, we'd like to try. Do you know any flowers ghosts like? Seems to me they're partial to lilies. That's why you see them at funerals so much. Do you have any growing in your garden? Nope. Draw giant slugs like a magnet, they do. Professor McGonagall likes them, too. Probably only a coincidence, though. Go ask her about them. Thanks, Hagrid. So, I suppose we're off to Professor McGonagall's office. Don't tell her what we want or why. She'll flood us with questions. You know, those sketchy students always asking for flowers, man. Alright. Let's go up there. Let's go do all that stuff. I think McGonagall's office is on the 1st floor. I think. I probably should just check the map. But I mean, do you want to be known as the guy that asks for directions to McGonagall's office? I don't think so. Okay, well, she isn't here. So I guess that's fine. Or I guess it would have been fine if we looked in the map, because she wouldn't have been like, Harry, did you need directions to come here? Or something equally as, I don't know, something equally as condescending, for lack of a better word. Let's say you should know better to Harry. Because Harry's going to go next. Harry, you should know better. And then because he knows better, he already knows what's going on with this Spider-Man? No, that was insane. Wait, I think I already have this guy. I have to already have him, right? Yeah, it's a brown recluse. Okay. We're fine. Burn it. And I miss. Well, I mean, all that lecturing from Hermione and it did nothing. Ron's wand is still able to backfire, which is not very good. Oh, wait, Flipendo is just enough to just wallop him anyway. What am I doing with these, like, big fire attacks, man? Who do I think I am? And Harry gets a new Incendio spell. So I guess it wasn't all bad. Do you have any lilies under your bed? Or do we have to look around for Professor McGonagall herself? Why are there so many monsters in Professor McGonagall's room? She needs to, like, she needs to call an exterminator or something. You know, I'm just going to have Hermione just kill this thing. That only did 16. Let's try our new spell. It does 20, or it costs 20 magic points. And it resists it. All right. I am probably... I probably need a bit of rest, you know? I'm playing sloppy. Is a Flipendo going to be enough? Slightly not enough. That's fine. Flipendo. Critical hit, alright. And that's a Grand Wiggenweld potion. And we're gonna go around. Oh, there's a lily on the desk. What am I doing? Found one. Let's get back to Myrtle. Okay, thank goodness I saw that out of the corner of my eye, man. Alright. Now, the girls' room is on the second floor. Because it's right over by the writing. I get it right over by the writing. That's not the girls' room. Alright, I'm going to need to check the second floor. Okay, the haunted bathroom is in the door under it. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, thank goodness I found that lily flower on the desk, man, because otherwise I would have just scoured the entire school for a woman that's probably not even there. And that would have been, like, scrap the video worthy, man. We're back, Myrtle. We brought you something. Nobody ever gives anything but a funny look. We did. A flower. Isn't it pretty? You give up a lily flower. It's a lily, my favorite. That was very nice of you, Harry. Here, I'll teach you my favorite spell. You learn a new spell, mucus ad nauseam uno. Could we ask you something? Did you hear anything strange outside the other night? I wasn't paying much attention. Peeves really upset me at the party. Oh, thanks. If you think of anything, though, will you tell us? Sure. Thank you for the flower again. What were you doing in there? That's a girl's bathroom. That girls never use. What difference does it make? Do you know how it looks? You three coming back here when everyone is at dinner. We didn't do anything, Percy. You know that. I do, but some don't. I've never seen Ginny so upset. She thinks they're going to be expelled. Now, back to the common room before anything happens. I suppose you're right. Let's go. Alright. You befriended Moaning Myrtle. Wipe your feet and go to the Card Collector's Club room for a new card combo. I still got time. I could probably go to the common room. Come to think of it. Or maybe I should try to get revenge on that guy in the dueling club with my new Incendio and Poison spell. You know, I am probably just going to do the dueling club off camera, to be completely honest. Let's just go to the common room. I was thinking out loud, but like that seems like more of an off camera, like grinding kind of thing, you know? Like I'll do it when I do it, and then I'll just make an update when I actually like beat everyone, you know? Waddlebird. In you go, Harry. So what's in the common room? We still don't know who's behind this. Who wants to scare all the non-magical born students out of Hogwarts? We already know who thinks he's better than everyone else, Draco Malfoy. Every Slytherin thinks they're better than everyone else. But his family has always been in Slytherin. They could have had the key to the Chamber of Secrets for centuries. How could we ever prove Draco is the heir of Slytherin? There might be a way, but we'd have to get into the Slytherin common room. You want to break a rule? I don't want to, but we may have to. All we need is a polyjuice potion. What's that? It transforms you into somebody else. We could change into 3 Slytherins, then Malfoy would tell us anything. Do you know how to make it? No, but a book called Most Potent Potions in the library tells how. Except it's in the restricted section. The only way to get into the restricted section is if a teacher gives us a signed permission note. Maybe we could convince a teacher that we're just interested in the theory and didn't want to make a potion. Oh, come on, what teacher here is that easily fooled? Professor Lockhart, he'll autograph anything that sits still long enough. Let's go find him and see if he falls for it. Okay. Well, we are going to trick Professor Lockhart in the next adventure. I will see you guys then. As always, I will save off camera.